Alright, welcome everybody to a new YouTube channel. I am Brandon here, running a Let's Play of Pokemon Emerald. I hope everyone is staying safe during these tough times of COVID-19. I know one thing is kind of for sure my entire life, these little monsters that we call Pokemon have always brought me joy. So without further ado, let's check our settings here and jump into Pokemon Emerald. Probably one of my all-time favorite, probably my second favorite Pokemon game of all time. Probably coming right behind Heart Gold and Soul Silver. The Gen 2 remakes, of course. But without further ado, let's get right into this playthrough. Alright, there he is, Professor Birch. Hi, sorry to keep you waiting. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Birch, but everybody calls me the Pokemon Professor. This is what we call Pokemon, as a Lotan appears. This world is widely inhabited by creatures known as Pokemon. We humans live alongside Pokemon at times as friendly playmates, and at times as cooperative workmates. And sometimes we band together and battle others like us, but despite our closeness, we don't know everything about Pokemon. In fact, there are many, many secrets surrounding Pokemon. To unravel Pokemon mysteries, I've been undertaking research. That's what I do, and you are. Ah, he doesn't even know our name. Alright, let's fill this in, guys. Ah, okay, you're Brandon who's moving to my hometown of Little Root. I get it now. Alright, are you ready? Yes, we are! The adventure is about to start! We're jumping in, we're gonna be in the back of the moving truck in Little Root Town. Alright. We are in Little Root Town. Of course, Pokemon Emerald has probably a special meaning to me. Pokemon Sapphire was actually the first Pokemon game I ever played as a kid. Probably one of my all-time just favorite games, honestly. Great story, a lot of new really cool Pokemon. Of course, when I was a kid I watched the show, so I knew all the old Pokemon, but this is really kind of how I got introduced to a lot of the Gen 3 guys, kind of beyond Gen 1 and 2. Always got to come here and grab the potion, of course, from the item storage. You got to withdraw the item. And always a cheese in the old Pokemon games. Always there for you. Really big in the very beginning of the game. I'm going to come here and set the clock. It is, what time is it currently? 10:19. Perfect. Alright. Alright, we are all set. Everything is set up in the room. So guys, just wanted to go over a couple of things here with this Let's Play. Wanted to actually play this game so many times that kind of know all the best guys. You know, obviously the starters are really good. We won't be using a starter this time, even though we're going to choose one in the beginning because we're forced to. The goal with this playthrough is to use a lot of kind of underused, almost kind of like underappreciated guys in the game and just see how far we really can get and hopefully become the champion of the Hoenn region in Grande City after collecting all 8 Hoenn badges, ranging from all the way from Roxanne to, I believe, actually, might be Wallace, I think, was the 8th gym leader, if I'm not wrong. Alright, so we missed that on the TV. Obviously, the Petalburg City gym leader. Spoiler alert, in case anybody's played these games that came out way long ago. So a couple goals for this video. What we really want to do here is we want to get started. We want to get our starter from Professor Birch. Gonna kind of put it right out there right away. We're not going to use a starter, but I'm just going to choose Trico. I think Trico is actually probably the coolest looking at the end. I think Skeptile is actually really the neatest looking of the 3. When I was a kid, I was pro Mudkip team, but really became a Trico guy after all these years. So kind of steps for this, we're going to get our first Pokemon from Professor Birch. Make it all the way up to Oldale Town. Yes, the very long, but in this game, very scaled down, short journey to Oldale Town. Shouldn't be too difficult. We want to get up to Route 103, I believe it is, right above there. Defeat May, and then ultimately come back and get our Pokedex from Professor Birch. Get back to Oldale Town, and be on our way to start this journey. I'm not going to reveal who I'm going to choose, but throughout the playthrough, it'll definitely become more evident who we're going to move on with team. I guess just the one disclaimer I want to put out here before I start is that in the very beginning, I'm not going to have access to my entire team, so I'm most likely going to have to use people to beat Roxanne, such as like Shroomish, because Shroomish actually gets early access to Absorb, which will be a super effective hit on that Geodude, and of course that pivotal nose pass that Roxanne always had. Sometimes when I was a kid, it used to give me a lot of trouble, honestly, that Pokemon. Kind of a really bulky guy, really slow Pokemon, but kind of bulky, can take some hits. Alright. And here I am clicking by accident again, so here we are, upstairs. Should be, but May is not here, but she has a Pokeball in the middle of the room. Oh, there she is. Alright. The journey is almost beginning. Alright. Let's go see if we can get out of Little Root Town. Let's see what's going to happen when we head up here. Oh no, there's scary Pokemon out there. Oh, so she doesn't have any Pokemon, but neither do we, but she wants us to go out there. Let's see what's going on up here. Oh my gosh, Professor Birch! The Zigzagoon! In my bag, there's a Pokeball! Alright, like I just talked about, we will be going Team Trico, obviously not using him. Probably some of the coolest starters, honestly, of all time. You got Mudkip there, my old favorite. Torchic, Blaziken probably looks really cool. Probably, like, honestly, the coolest looking. But in my opinion, I'm a big Skeptile guy, even though we won't be using Trico throughout the playthrough. Obviously, need to choose a Pokemon here to advance with the story of the scripts, though. So here we go. Alright. As we're using kind of our old school throwback to Gen 1 and 2 here with the battle frame. I love this battle frame, to be honest with you. It just, on the Gen 3 engine, for as revolutionary as it was, it just looks so cool. Just going back to it, it's so nostalgic feeling. I still remember the days sitting there figuring out there were 16 badges in Pokemon Crystal and it just making my day forever. Alright, the Zigzagoon is really grown. He is really trying to hurt our attack here. There we go, Trico. Alright, bud. Okay, Birch is... Whew! I was in the tall grass studying wild Pokemon when I was jumped. You saved me, thanks a lot. Oh yeah, that's right, I am Brandon. You just asked me that in the prologue, did you not? Okay. Wow, we pulled off a great battle, says Birch. And we get the Trico as consolation. And no, we do not want to name. I do not nickname Pokemon. I have never done this in my entire life. I really kind of feel like it's a dumb thing, to be honest with you. But hey, pick your poison. Some like it, some don't, so... Yeah, don't we think it's a great idea? So this is what I was talking about, guys. This is goal actually number 2. Remember what we said in the beginning of the video. First, we want to make it to Oldale Town, which is right above Little Root, through Route 102, I believe. Or 101, probably, right? Oh, 101, excuse me. Alright, so here we are, making our adventure all the way up to Oldale Town. No trainer battles on this route here. Looking very similar above the route from Pallet Town. Kind of, it's very weird how this game kind of almost copied off the beginning of Kanto. Even like the comparison of Roxanne as the first gym leader being Rock. Same thing with Brock, of course, from Generation 1. This is kind of a well-known thing, but potions are really valuable in the beginning of the game, and here's just another way you can come get another free potion, I believe. Talk to the Mart owner. Wow, Pokemon Marts sell a variety of goods. Wow, something you would have never known, right, if you played the first 2 generations of Pokemon. But yeah, there we go, the second free potion of the game. Remember, the first one was in our house. So now we should be a little bit stocked up. Should get us through a couple of at least the first entry-level trainer battles. In this game, fortunately, the rival battle is not as hard as some other games. I know there's some games where you actually could, like, really lose the rival battle. I honestly felt like Fire Red and Leaf Green was a game that always kind of gave me trouble sometimes. But battling May should not be very difficult. Alright, Alright, let's just do a quick run. You know, I was thinking about getting to level 6 here just to really cheese it against her. But, you know, let's just see what our Trico's made of. Let's see, the Pokemon found on Route 103 include... Oh, no! May wants a battle! This is when she officially becomes the rival. Alright, Pokemon Trainer May would like to battle. She sends out her Torchic. Go, Trico! Alright, Trico, let's hit it with the pound. Torchic scratching right back. Usually they go growl. I don't know if Torchic gets growl or leer. I actually forget which one it gets access to, but it's probably going to hit us. Oh wow, she is going all out offensive here. Trico should get next turn unless we get crit right there. We did not, thankfully. Alright, and Trico moving on to level 6. And learning Absorb, that's a really, really early access to Absorb there. You know, maybe we will stick with Trico instead of a Shroomish just for the first gym, maybe, just to get us through Roxanne. There's a couple Pokemon very shortly after Roxanne that I want to get access to, a couple right before as well. But kind of the meat of the team is heavily after Roxanne battle we wanted to use. So there's step 1. We just took down, you know, step 1 and 2 right there, right? We made it all the way up to Oldale Town, and we took down May. Now we gotta hurry back to Professor Birch. This is how we're going to get our Pokédex and really start our journey and get out of the first 2 towns here and really move on into our adventure in the Hoenn region, and ultimately to the quest to become a champion in Grande City at the end. Alright, as we come back through Route 101, taking the fence down. Obviously, hopping down the fence is a lot easier than walking through the route and running into wild Pokemon. And here we are, Professor Birch. Oh, hi, Brandon. I heard you beat May on your first try. That's excellent. May's been helping me with my research for a long time. May has an extensive history as a trainer already. Wow, really? Well, she had 1 level 5 Pokemon. Wow. Okay. Here, Brandon, I ordered this for my research, but I think you should have this Pokédex. And I received the Pokédex. Alright, so now Birch is talking about anytime you catch a Pokemon, its data will automatically record into the Pokédex. Not going to have access to that on this game. I'm playing on an emulator, actually. I will admit that. Don't have any... I own Pokemon Emerald, but... my DS and everything is at school due to this whole COVID-19 thing, and I'm not going to be able to get to my apartment for a while. I still think emulators are a great thing. They allow you to play games even when you don't have access to them. They're awesome, and it just allows you to enjoy these games from anywhere. And at this point, developers really aren't making any new games, so it really shouldn't be a big deal. I mean, they're not going to be mass-producing a game from 2005 at this point, so there's, in my opinion, no harm, no foul here doing this. But other words, here, before we get going, we actually didn't introduce ourselves to our neighbor, Professor Birch. He actually saved the day, Mom. What are we talking about here? I just saved the guy from pretty much dying from his Zigzagoon. And now we have the running shoes. Alright. Wow, now we can zip around this Hoenn region and get places even faster. Look at this. Oh, wow, let's show off these new boots, baby. And here we go, up back through Route 101. Up, and I knew we were gonna get an encounter right there. I got a Poochyena. Not someone we will be using in our playthrough, by the way. We are not planning on using Poochyena. Unfortunately, dark types in this game really... It's really good that after this generation they fixed a lot with the all dark types in generations 2 and 3. Obviously, dark type not being a type in Gen 1. All special, no matter what. So you had Pokemon like Tyranitar with these huge attack stats just being like... virtually useless because their crunch is becoming a special. I mean, it's mind-boggling. But let's cut the crap on that. We passed all of our goals, guys. We made it all the way up to Oldale Town, went up to Route 103, took down May, our rival, and her nasty Torchic with our Trico. surviving with just just enough HP to get through the battle, and then ultimately made it all the way back down to Little Root. Talked to Professor Birch, got our Pokedex, got the running shoes from Mom, and now we are up and running in the Hoenn region. Alright guys, don't forget to check back next time as we advance to Route 102 and on to Petalburg City, where we will actually then move on to ultimately the Petalburg Woods and ultimately start team building with this team. It's going to be really interesting. There's actually one Pokemon that I'm looking for specifically in Petalburg Woods, available somewhere else too, but a little bit more of a rare encounter. But yeah, I do believe he lives in there, so that'll be for sure really exciting. Looking for that first guy to build this team, and I think we're going to stick with Trico just for the Rock Sand battle, just to get us through with the Absorb. Like I said, that nose pass can be really a mess. Unfortunately, the way I'm going here with the Scrub team, won't be able to probably take that thing down with who I'm going to catch there at all. So, alright guys, stay tuned, and hopefully this is a lot of fun for both myself and you guys. Alright, take care, stay safe, stay away from this COVID-19, and I hope this kind of gets us through it. These little monsters can be kind of fun playing with. So, alright guys, until next time.